Hey, Branson, look here.
Hmm.
Look at that.
Looks like food.
It is. It's rigatoni noodles with sauce, mozzarella, and some biscuits with butter, garlic all over them. And I'm sorry, solo cup of tea. But Branson's got, look at this. Oh, it's also biscuits, garlic butter biscuits with meatballs and rigatoni. And no cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Look at me. Are you eating a booger? What are you doing?
It looks like food.
It is food. Okay. So, let's eat, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to study this food with my mouth.
That's right.
All right, bye.
I'm hungry. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. You didn't chime in with me. You didn't say hello.
Hello.
Oh, look at this wonderfulness. And he's hungry.
I told you.
Try not to put it all over that yellow shirt.
Let's start eating.
Let's see if this biscuit's any count. Look how little the biscuits is.
Oh my god. It's so good.
Might not be overloaded with garlic taste, but still good. If you need to steal a little cheese, you can. This is going to go everywhere. Please.
I don't care that I look like a pig right now. This tastes really freaking good.
So it was really raining out there. It was supposed to have a chance of rain today. But not much, but it came down, so it, for us, it became a 100% chance. Earlier, we went to a record store. We've been going to record stores lately. Branson's in another phase here, in another mood.
Not really a phase. I've always been in this phase. It's a music phase, but it's not really a phase because I've always loved music. If some of you have been here long enough, for a few months, you've known I used to love to create like electronic music, and I still do every now and then. Yesterday I actually made some. But I've also recently started getting really into heavy metal. Don't ask. And now I'm starting to learn how to play the guitar. It's not really going that well, but I can play Iron Man, so who cares?
So we're at a local record store, and he finds an amp that's plugged in, gets a guitar down, gets a cord, plugs it in it, gets it, to his liking and everything. He's just sitting on the floor playing it, and people are like about stepping over him around him. He didn't care. He's down, and he's doing his thing. I was sitting back. I found me up a little piece of furniture. I sat there almost 99% of the whole time. I really wasn't in the browsing mood today.
Well, I'm also looking at guitars. I'm looking at BC Rich guitars, or a Chapman Ghost Fret. You probably don't know what either of those are, but unless you're a guitar player, you probably don't.
A few days ago, we went to Guitar Center in Cary. I picked them up from school, and we just went straight there. And yeah, they have like 1,000 guitars, all the way up to, you'd have to get someone to help you get it down. There, I went all over the place. I was like a kid in a candy store. So I've been playing guitar since I'm just a teenager.
13?
Oh,
yeah. I think you said 15.
Something like that. 13, 14, 15 years old. I have guitars that are classics, but in the last several years, I haven't been able to play them because I have a contact dermatitis, which actually makes my fingertips very sensitive to impact of any kind. And if you watch this channel, you see me with Band-Aids on a lot of times, and I have a steroid cream or ointment on my fingers soaking in. But I'm starting to think maybe slide guitar and maybe super slinky strings, the lightest gauge strings you can get. Maybe I could play a little bit.
Yeah, he did get some super slinky strings.
Don't get carried away like I'm going, because that would tear my fingers up. No, I better just play a little slow hand.
If I learned how to play, and the skull gauge,
he's going to be.
I know, but I would do the lead and you would do the rhythm, because that'd work.
You try a little piece of my cheese.
Mm.
Very good. So yeah, he's been playing the guitar all day, last night and today. I'm surprised his fingers aren't bleeding.
This finger seriously hurts because he's.
When I got the guitar when I was his age, except I had an acoustic, so they were harder, heavier strings. But you were playing it a little bit earlier too. My hands suffered. They probably were actually bleeding at some point.
This one finger, my dad taught me a cool technique. It allowed me to play songs with just one string at a time, one finger, instead of playing full-on notes. Full-on notes does sound good, but you can get the exact same sound from one finger. So he was teaching me that technique, and I was playing around with it. I was doing Iron Man, Back in Black. I was doing a song called The Innocent from Driving a Crime. I was going down. So you just play an open
it's okay,
six
Branch.
string.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
It's an easy way to kind of get the general sound of a guitar of a song without getting too complicated about it. And if it helps get you up and running, it kind of gets you excited about it, and you don't get frustrated and you put it down. Some people approach an instrument at the wrong way, get discouraged and quit. So you got to get someone new to it up and running, and they get a little satisfaction out of it versus losing them, because music is fun. I mean, I don't know where I'd be without it, and a lot of people are like that. Some people don't care. I'm all in favor for music taught in school.
Well, you can take music classes. I just didn't do that. It's not even music classes in this school. Last year, in elementary, you couldn't pick electives. You just did a certain thing every day of the week. One of them was music. I never cared for that class.
Nah.
They didn't teach us anything. Not one thing. They talked to us about classical music. Who cares? That is not going to help me.
It's like this. I took trumpet for not even the whole year. And I was getting where I could read the music good and I could play it and everything was going along fine. But you know how boring it is to play a trumpet in your room? It's not fun. Maybe I'd have stuck with them more. I should have picked a saxophone, because at least there's saxophone in like rock music, from the 50s, 60s, 70s,
Yeah, rock and roll, not rock. There's a difference. There's like a difference between hard rock, and rock and roll, and heavy metal. They're all the same genre, just different levels of how hardcore you are.
My point being is that I would have probably stuck with a saxophone versus a trumpet, Mr. Technicality. How fun can it be to sit in your room and just play a violin? Me and him can play guitars together, so that's a little bit funner. Funny.
And then we can put on a little track in the background, and he can play bass. So he could play bass, I could play guitar. We could be playing on to Green Day.
Branson wants to play guitar and drums.
I'm even gonna learn how to play this piano behind us. Learn how to play the bass. One day, I'm gonna have kids, right? And if I have a whole lot of money, one day they're at school, I go off, buy myself a piano, bass, guitar, drum set. Come home, set it all up. When they get home,
you're gonna be the new Partridge
they're gonna
family.
be like, why am I hearing some dude shredding a guitar? Looks in the room. Just me going Super Saiyan, what's his name, Kaioken, something like that, on the guitar. Just going insane.
You're going to be the new Partridge family. And I'm going to be the manager. I'm going to be Kincaid. He actually knows what I'm talking about because I showed him the first 2 seasons of the Partridge family. They were supposed to make an updated version of that, but I guess it fell through.
Partridge Family was cool. It was just kind of cringe. I think everything's cringe at some parts. Everything has cringe. Everyone has cringe. I have cringe. I have a lot of cringe.
Up.
Look, here's some cringe. Here's some cringe.
I'll probably have no problem getting to the computer tonight to edit this video because all he wants to do is play guitar. When he was so into Overwatch and those video games, he just hogged the computer all the time. So maybe this is a good thing. Except now he's getting into something where, yeah, I'm going to want a new guitar, I want another amp, and you know, on and on and on.
They have a used BC Rich Warlock at a Guitar Center. I want that. It's white. I love that color, like on a guitar. It's like this antique off-white kind of thing. I love that color on a guitar. So get me that. I will steal his off-white pick. Because the pick I have, the one that I use the most, is this weird red little stripes instead of looking like veins going through this black pick.
And
I want to work on a white guitar.
Just remember, it's better to pick a guitar than your nose. You can pick your nose, you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your friend's nose. Just remember that for future reference. Was that cringeworthy? You want one of my biscuits? I'm getting full. Look at this.
I've ate way more than you so
I got
far.
a noodle on a meat and a meatball with some cheese.
Get a biscuit. Put it on there.
Look at that.
Get a piece of biscuit. That'd make a full collection.
Probably gonna end up losing my meatball. Oh. It's focusing on the wall or something.
I got it to focus on me.
Did you?
It's still your focus. You guys can't even see what we're talking about. Here's this little computer over here. It's just my focus.
I bought some jalapeno mozzarella slices. I wanted it on mine to make it a little bit more lasagna-like. He didn't. Surprised.
Have you guys noticed what I just did with my head? I don't mean it.
What did you do?
You'll never know.
You roll your eyes?
No, I started bouncing my head up and down and made a shape. Don't replay. I'm a horrible person.
You're being disrespectful.
Yes.
You done?
Not when there's a biscuit around. Cringe.
Them are good little biscuits. They're frozen biscuits. I don't remember the name brand. They're just little biscuits. 24 little biscuits in a pack. Frozen.
Hey, Eric. I know you saw this YouTube channel a few times. I'm talking to a kid named Eric from my last school. I did not like him. Here's you, Eric.
I'm sure no kid has stayed this far into a video. I don't know if You know it. The average person does not watch a video all the way through. Unless it's a very short video. This video right now is at 14 minutes. Most people dropped off by 3 minutes. So if you're still around, I hope you're not the only one. But congratulations, you made it this far. All right?
Go in the comments and write cringeworthy crap.
Wow.
Or hashtag cringeworthy crap at cringeworthy crap.
Or I made it. I will survive. I'm sweating bullets, can't you tell? I'm just a pasty white guy. Ow, and I bit my lip. Why am I singing?
Down, 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 down.
Stop. I don't want to get a copyright strike.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. Well, I was only going. I don't think I can get a copyright strike from smacking my lips.
Before that, you were doing the guitar.
I didn't do the whole thing. Did I?
Probably wouldn't get a strike anyway, but I don't want to tempt it.
You know, you have to do something that has to do with the rhythm or basically the same thing for like 30 seconds to actually get a copyright strike.
So we had a person comment on our video, one of our videos. Lady said that she thought we were disgusting or whatever, and she was unsubscribing. And he was like, I think it's because I blew a burp in his face. And he's like, you know, he's doing that, you know, trying to be funny or whatever. And he was like, you know, something like they must not be too bad because they seem to be liked on, you know, according to Social Blade. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. So I go look up Social Blade, and there we are. We're on Social Blade, and our channel gets a C+ on YouTube, and then it shows Twitter and Instagram. So we're on Instagram at the Barkers Vlogs. And why aren't you going over there and looking? On the Barkers.
You never told me about this.
On the Barkers Vlogs at Instagram, we're like a D. Because almost nobody looks at us over there. So I guess it's your report card how well you're doing on social media. So we're getting a C+ on YouTube, but we're flunking out of Instagram. And part of that could be that we like follow 8 people on Instagram. Maybe we should click on everybody and their sister and brother, have 10,000 people we're following, and then that might help pull in more views or something. But I really don't want to scroll through a gazillion people I don't even know or care about. You know what I mean?
He admits the truth.
I follow people I know or whatever, you know. Something like that. I got 2 biscuits. You can save them. Eat them tonight. Yeah. Social Blade. Didn't know it was a thing. I'm trying to stay up.
I already knew about it.
I've heard the name before, but I didn't realize that you're just on it if you do that stuff.
You heard the name.
I mean, you got to have at least like 5 subscribers or something for them to even. I think people can join Social Blade like a what do you call it? A network, maybe?
Yeah, that's how you heard the name, because I told you.
Yeah. Which any place that wants us must not be much of a place because we're such a small channel.
But I did start looking at networks once we hit 1,000 subs, because I was like, oh.
I wonder about. Like if we're small, why do I need a network that even if I make $1 on YouTube, they want 70% of it? And then if I'm big, why do I need them? So I'm just skeptical about networks altogether.
Well, they give you better ads. That's basically it. And ask for a little bit of money. most networks only ask for like 20%.
Seems like though when you pay attention to people, they're like they can't tell that their network does anything for them. You know. So I'm just skeptical. So we were going to join one, but then at the last minute we stopped. Now, if somebody says, "I don't want 70% of your earnings. I'll take 20%, and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna help you," then maybe I'll do it. But you can't promise me nothing and want 70%. I'll sound like I'd be a fool to join. Anyway, this was so good, but I don't have room for the biscuit. You don't have room for the last 3 noodles. You can't eat 3 noodles.
Oh, I'm just done. I just don't want any.
Well, I'm finishing mine, at least this portion.
I want to go play guitar and watch YouTube on how to play it. Actually, Dad, once we are done with this mukbang, could you film me messing around with the guitar?
I gotta edit a video.
I mean, like, once we're done and you've stopped it, just grab that little camera right there, that little camera, and then film me. Get the little camera that you film the overhead shots with.
To put you in our video?
Yeah. Like, maybe at the beginning. If this did happen, you would have already seen it. Now I'm starting to think about that. Like, what if we did do that?
I'm thinking I'll record you and then you look at it and you're going to be like, "Don't put that up."
I might have to do a few retakes.
You think you're Eddie Van Halen, and then after you look at it, you're like, no. I'm using my napkin to mop my head.
Actually, now that I think about what would I do on the guitar? Because I can't.
Okay, it's time for us to go. So, you better follow us on Instagram or else he's going to play the guitar at the beginning of every video. Badly. And, but thanks for watching. Subscribe, please watch. I'd rather you watch than subscribe. Because we got 1,500 subscribers, but we usually don't have that many people watch us. I want 1,500 people to watch us and have just 1 subscriber. That would work out just the same. Anyway, we do appreciate you hanging around this far. Please come back again. Okay?
Like, subscribe, comment, share my favorite. Goodbye.
Goodbye.